Oh, crap.
Excuse me, sir? License and registration?
Yeah, here you go.
Sir, you realize you were driving over the speed limit.
Yeah, I'm sorry, officer. I've just been having a bad day.
Why? What's wrong?
You see, there's this guy named TheFearRaiser on YouTube, hasn't uploaded a new story video in a while now, and I'm just really agitated.
Oh, wow. That is quite an unfortunate circumstance. Alright, you're free to go.
Wait, really?
Yep, carry on speeding, sir.
Oh, yeah, thanks, man!
Yo, it's your boy, TheFearRaiser, bringing you back another story today. And well, guys, today's story is pretty interesting, and I'll get right into it, but beforehand, it would be totally sick if you guys could leave a like. Can we get 1,000 likes? Is that possible? Am I asking? You know what? 1,000 or like 11. I'll be happy either way. But you should totally leave a like, subscribe, and also I would just like to let you guys know I have a merch store, and as soon as I get more pictures of you guys wearing my merch, like if any of you guys buy a shirt and you tweet at me a picture of you wearing the shirt, I promise you 150% every single person who sends me a picture will find their way on my videos. I'm just waiting to get a few more. I've got a couple, so be sure to check it out. Link in the description below, of course. And with that being said, let me just jump right into the story. So guys, I was walking downtown in Toronto the other day, and the thing about Toronto is it is a really big city full of dog lovers. Like, there is so many dogs. There's so many people walking around with their dogs in Toronto. It's actually quite nice. But, you know, as I was walking downtown, about a dog me and my family had a long time ago that caused a lot of problems. And I mean a lot. So I thought it would be fun today to actually bring that story back from the memory banks and bring it on the internet so that it could live forever and last forever. And yeah, so let me get right into it. So growing up, my family has been kind of like a cat family. We had 3 cats growing up. I know that's a lot of cats, but trust me, there are people with more cats than 3, all right? And yeah, there was just this one time we were like, yo, we should get a dog, because my grandmother was the one in our family that was always having a dog, and we kind of just always had cats. And we love dogs too. I love dogs. I love dogs and cats, but we never really had a dog. So my family's like, yo, let's get a dog. So we had never had a dog before, and I don't remember where or how we got this dog. I think my mom went out one day and just found him, not like a stray or anything, but you know, bought him or whatever, and brought him home. Brought this little sort of a puppy home. Not really a puppy. It was like a full-grown puppy, so like kind of like a normal sized dog, but very young still. And this was kind of like a pit bull mix, I think, breed or something, and we decided to name him Miko. So Miko seemed like a pretty nice dog, you know, he's cute, wrinkly face, and was our first dog, from what I remember anyways. And it was like, yeah, you know, this is awesome, you know, welcome to the family, and blah, blah, blah. But Miko, unfortunately, started to cause a lot of problems. Now, I can't really remember how old this dog was in terms of like they were with before we got them, because like I said, they weren't like a little puppy. They had been with somebody beforehand. But whoever owned this dog beforehand had clearly not trained this dog properly, because this dog was out of control. So we tried to train him, but the biggest issue at first was that Miko was obsessed with my mom. Anytime my mom would leave, we would, you know, try and bond with him. I would try to bond with him, and it didn't matter. It didn't matter what I did. I would hang around with him. I would pet him, try to play ball with him, try to play games with him, try to play PS3 and Xbox 360 with him. Still a no-go. Netflix wasn't around back then, so that wasn't gonna work. You know, I had some movies. I had some dog movies. You know, watch Beethoven, but nothing. Nada. Didn't work. He had no interest. And anytime my mom would leave, he would just get so annoying. He would get frustrating. He would bark. He would just be by the door. And again, we were loving the hell out of this dog. And it was like this dog wanted nothing to do with it. He wanted nothing. He just wanted my mom. And I don't know what that was. It was like a terrible Trump impression. But to say the least, it just seemed like this dog wanted nothing to do with us. So fine, whatever, okay? That sucked. That got really frustrating at times. But we learned to deal with it. So anyways, this is when things really started to become a problem with this dog. Because, well, this dog started to get aggressive. This dog started to show signs of aggression. And it wasn't playful aggression, even though I don't even think playful aggression sounds good anyways. But essentially, there was times I'd notice I would try to play with the dog, and it was almost like the dog wanted nothing to do with it and was showing actual signs of aggression. Like, I remember I was trying to play ball with him. He wanted nothing to do with it, and it was like I was annoying him, and then he actually barked at me, which was like, you know, a sign at first, but it was like nothing big. But then I noticed he actually tried to bite my hand one time. And I was like, yo, okay, this dog is getting a little out of control. And I want to say this again. We tried to train him. We're a loving family. I'm a huge animal lover. Don't think that there was some sort of abuse or anything going on in this family. This dog was getting as much love as any person would to their own child. But again, Mika wanted nothing to do with us. So I was getting quite annoyed, and you know what? Another thing that was really annoying was that he started to bark more and more and was randomly humping everything with force and being aggressive. And yeah, it sounds funny, but it's not when you actually have to deal with it, because there's just a point where it's like, okay, I'm starting to not like this dog, and even though this dog is humping stuff, it's not that funny anymore. It's just like, wow, that's annoying. Okay. But anyways, the dog was really starting to give off a bad vibe to me. And what made it even worse was that he was scaring my friends too, because he was aggressive to like everybody. So no one was ever sure what he was capable of doing. Nobody knew if maybe he's gonna bite somebody or something. And you know, we actually got a little worried. Like even my mom saw it, even though Mika loved my mom and my mom had no issue with him personally. But the fact that she did see this happening, and you know, me and my two brothers were telling my mom about this dog, that it was kind of like, okay, clearly something needs to be done, maybe, who knows, I don't know. But the worst thing that happened when we had this dog, okay, now this was bad. This was like the trigger with this dog. So we decided to go visit family around the bay, and that was about a 3 to 4 hour drive, and we hadn't seen them for a while, so we're like, hey, let's bring the new dog out and, you know, show him to our family out around the bay and stuff like that. So we got around the bay and we see our family, and the problem was that one of our aunts and uncles that we visited also had a dog. You probably know where things are going, maybe. Or maybe not. Maybe you think what I'm expecting you to think, but it's not what you're thinking, okay? So, this dog was female. This was a little tiny dog. I know exactly what you think I'm gonna say. But I'm telling you right now, you wrong. You wrong. But let me explain what happened. So, we went over. We brought the dog over. We brought Miko over. And things were normal at first, you know, not a lot of barking. Things were going pretty okay. Miko was kind of quiet, and so was their dog. Again, their dog was a very small dog, not like Chihuahua small, but like kind of like a Shih Tzu kind of small. And it wasn't a Shih Tzu though; it was some other dog. But anyways, I remember, I think we were actually getting ready to leave. I think that's what was going on, and I recall. We were out in the hall right by where the porch was. We were all just talking, and I think the dog was, I think their dog was kind of there chilling with us. And then out of nowhere, Miko jumps in on the dog and literally puts his mouth over the dog's head, like over the dog's neck, and was actually trying to like kill the dog in front of us. And I remember it was so traumatic because like not only was there screaming, like my aunt just started screaming, there was just panic. And then I remember I jumped in and like put my hands in the dog's mouth and Miko's mouth to get rid of, you know, to get him off the dog. But he was legitimately trying to kill the dog. Like he had his mouth practically, like their dog's head was practically in our dog's mouth. And it was aggressive as hell. And it was so scary because of how sudden it happened. You know, it was, we were just having a casual little conversation, and then out of nowhere, panic. And it was actually really scary. And, you know, my aunt started crying. The dog was okay, by the way. The dog's fine. But the thing was, though, we didn't know if the dog was fine, if their dog was fine. And we were extremely shocked that Miko did this. And it was, you know, after apologizing and explaining that we just got this dog and we've seen this dog has been showing signs of aggression and stuff, we ultimately decided to give him away to somebody else. We decided to give him to another family because we couldn't deal with him. And after that situation happening, that was the final straw. We thought it was best to give him away because he was clearly just causing too much trouble. And, you know, we gave him to another family. We have no idea how that went, but the family seemed like a loving, caring family. So hopefully Miko got a good home and, it's hopefully trained and all that good stuff. But with that being said, though, guys, that is my story. No animals besides my aunt and uncle's dog was harmed in the making of this story. And again, my aunt and uncle's dog lived to be like 15 or 16. The dog was like maybe like 8 at the time. So their dog lived a long, happy life. No serious injuries happened to the dog. It was just a very scary, panicky situation, and luckily we got in the second it happened, so nothing really happened like to cause damage. But anyways, thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video. I love dogs, I love cats, and it was just unfortunate, but either way, you know, that's just how it goes. Some dogs you just can't train, I guess. But if you did enjoy this video, be sure to leave a like. Don't forget to subscribe for more great content, guys. And I will catch you all in the next video. Alright, guys, thank you so much for watching. And I will see you later. Alright, take care.